Hello YouTube homies, it's me Yellow Ferret. So, really quick before I get into the design, I am not necessarily a really good designer of custom Wajas, but I do like what I come up with, and these videos are mostly just about me having fun, so we're just gonna roll with that. Secondly, as a reminder, each custom Waja needs to be created with a token. Each custom token has a certain number of slots, which you can use to add just markings to your Waja, or just mutations, or a mixture of both, which is what I'm doing. Alright, so this is maximum Floof. I had the thought after I saw somebody make a comment about how they liked their Wajas to have a lot of Floof, which is fluff, but sillier. I was like, well, I want to create something with maximum Floof, something that I just want to run up and snuggle. So, I started off with the Arctic breed, because they just have a lot of Floof naturally. And then I made him blue, just to be really different from the other custom Wajas I had. I did give him black eyes though, because black is my favorite color, and it's been incorporated even in a very small, insignificant way, as in this case. It's been incorporated into every custom Waja pair I have, so I'm excited. I didn't want to leave it out. And then, just to add a little extra pop of color, I made his braids and his toes this kind of sea green color. So it didn't feel too monochrome, which is not something I see myself ever doing. Monochrome Wajas can be very cute too, but I don't really see myself doing that with any of my customs personally, but I may surprise myself somewhere down the road too. So, the first token slot goes to the leg rings. I've made all of his markings purple. Now, obviously, he has 3 markings alone, but the hip rings and the heart cape are going to be added with dyes. But yeah, I went with purple because it complements the blue. It's also one of my favorite colors, and definitely top 3. But I just didn't feel like I wanted his main color to be purple, but purple works great as kind of this accent color. Also, none of these markings are too large or take up so much area that he feels more like a purple Waja with some blue peeking through. He's definitely a blue Waja with purple markings. Alright, the second token slot goes to the long tail. There were a couple different tail options, or there are, but I liked the long tail better for him. The third token slot goes to the leg palms. I mean, because if you're so floofy, the floof covers your toes, then you are clearly on a whole nother level of floof. And I made them dark to match his neck ruff and his mane. And those, the neck ruff and the spiked mane, will be added with another item called DNAs. Went with, I think I knew, as soon as I began working on this concept, I knew almost immediately I wanted most of his mutations to be dark. So that's why his leg, palms, neck ruff, and most of the spiked mane is dark. But the spiked mane as you can see here, it naturally comes with the tips being a different color than the main part of the mane. Well, you can make them the same color, but it basically has two colors built into it already. And I made those tips sea green to match his miscellaneous color. So there is a lot of uniformity to this design. There's a lot of consistency. But the neck ruff and the spiked mane, that way, the darkness kind of melds together, but the sea green helps separate the spiked mane just a little bit from the neck ruff. And then his rump feathers will also be added with the DNA, and I made them sea green to match the mane, because I felt like that way he had a little bit of sea green on his hind end as well, so he didn't just have like a bunch of sea green around his face for no reason. And also, obviously, those rump feathers just kind of remind you, I think, or they certainly remind me, of dogs who happen to have a lot of long fluffy butt hair, as well as long fluffy hair everywhere else. Alright, so that's pretty much it for this design. I'm not sure what design I'll come back and talk about next time, but that's it for today. I guess we'll all be in for a surprise next time with my next video. Alright, I said next way too much. Oh well. Before I ramble myself completely into oblivion, I will hopefully see you in my next video. Oops. Next again. Okay, I really need to end this video. I'm sorry, homies. I'm gonna go collect myself. Goodbye for now.